When you go on holidays, are you a tourist or are you a traveller? Let's find out. So tourists escape. So tourists, they save all year. They've got to get away from their hometown. They've got a month off their work. You know, they're saving every penny. They normally got their tickets bought 6 months before they leave. They're saving their money to spend and they're escaping. They're escaping life. They're escaping their environment. You know, they spare no expense most of the time. Stay in really nice hotels and higher class hotels, expensive right on the beach, and not all tourists are like that. A lot of tourists still travel on a budget. But you'll find people that escape, they want a little bit of luxury and a little bit of, a little bit of fun while they're away, They might only be going for 2 weeks, 3 weeks or a month, their whole holidays, Then they're back to the grind again. When travellers do the complete opposite. A lot of the time they're going, they've got no time limit and they'll just keep moving. So a lot of the time the cheap budget traveller can be, the backpackers, where they're staying in cheap hostels and cheap lodgements and places, trying to stretch out. They're on a budget. They've got so much money to spend every day. And they go and they just keep going. They don't know where they're going. They've got no plans. And that's basically the difference, I think, between travelling and tourism, So there's nothing wrong with both. Of course, everyone needs a holiday, even if it's classed as tourism and not travelling. You're not moving. Everyone needs that escape, So depending on how much money you've got, really is travellers can spare no expense as well. Staying in nice hotels and travelling first class everywhere. Depends on your budget really, but you find most travellers just keep moving. They like exploring. See, what I think is a lot of people think they're travellers, but they're really just tourists. And they don't really know the difference. So leave it in the comments again, I'll say. Leave it in the comments and tell me what you are. Because a lot of people travel while they're here as a tourist on holidays, but they don't do much. I'd say 70%, probably maybe even more people, come, their hotel, they're at Sanur, they're at Seminyak, they're somewhere, Legian and Ubud or somewhere. They base themselves there, they got their hotel, and they really don't do too much. They go shopping, they eat at night restaurants, they get drunk, they hang around. They don't really do too much. A lot of people reckon we love the culture and all that in Bali, but really, I know because when I post videos, anything about culture, no one watches them. They're not interested, And most people think the culture is someone watching someone do an offering out the front of their hotel every morning, or they've been to the temple once or twice, or to Kintamani once or twice. It's not travelling, it's just tourism. You're just hanging around, and which is good. Everyone deserves a break and needs to relax, but while you're here, Bali's only a small island. Travel. Get out and move around. Don't just stay in one spot. Too many people, they say, I've been here 40 times, and nearly every time they've stayed in Legian or Seminyak or, or Sanur or somewhere. Every time, they don't really do anything. They got people they know there, they know the area, they feel comfortable there. They don't really do too much. But Indonesians, it's a big spread out archipelago of 17,000 islands, It's very cheap to fly around to a different island. If you're here for a month, why not just escape for a week up to another island? Go to like Java, fly down to Flores, maybe even over to Lombok, And I think too many people get stuck in the Bali rut. Now, there's nothing wrong with that because Bali's a great place, isn't it? But, you know, it's good to have a little explore and travel. When you're here, move around. Go up to Lavina or somewhere like that, you know, go to Ahmed, maybe go up to Madawi or Balian, one of them nice places. The whole south end of Bali now is just a concrete jungle, you know. Bali's become the place where you go on holidays if you don't want to leave home because it's got these international world-class restaurants and hotels, and, you know, it's become too Western. It's very Western. As soon as you get out of the south end of the island, just a little bit, you know, it's just business as usual. It's village life, you know. If you go into the spots like Kintamani and their main tourist areas, yes, it gets a bit hectic again. They're tourism spots. Forget all them tourist spots and get out and do some walks and check out some waterfalls and, you know, just get on your bike or in your car and drive. It's cheap to rent a car here. You can rent a car here for $250,000, like less than $25 a day. And most people just rent motorbikes, or they just get grabs and drivers. It's all right to get a driver even, but cars are pretty cheap to rent here. And if you've got an international licence, everyone's got a driver's licence, but a lot of people in Australia don't have a motorbike licence. They come over here, they rent a bike without licence. Next thing you know, GoFundMe page on Facebook. They've had an accident, you know, no licence, no insurance. Yeah, so, you know, make sure when you travel, you've got insurance. Everyone's got a driver's licence, like I said, just rent a car. Get yourself, go to NRMA or AAA or whatever it is in Australia and get yourself your international licence and just rent a car. And still, you know, might be waiting in the traffic a bit more, but still a good way to get around, you know. It's a bit more comfortable. It's just the south end of the island. As soon as you pass a little bit past Sonora heading out towards Chandidasa, it was 10 minutes out of Sonora on Ida Bagus Mantra, there's no traffic, it's just flowing, you know? And otherwise, if you're going straight up through the middle, it's built out all the way right through to Ubud. So really, it's just built out the whole bottom of the island. So get up north, once you get to Singaraja and Lavina and them areas, there's a lot of little towns where you can stay. And if you head up towards Java, heading west, you know, like there's just no one. You know, and if you're going up the west coast, past Canggu, once you pass Tabanan, you've got beautiful little towns like Balian, and actually I'll have to go up to Balian and do a vlog up there because it's a great spot, a really good surf spot and really good little place just to relax. And then another, you know, 30 kilometres past that, you've got Madawi. Madawi's like Coody used to be sort of back in the 80s, you know. It's a great place. It's one of my favourite places, actually, just to relax and do nothing and get out. Then you've got Jimbrana. Like, there's a lot of places to explore here. Just don't get stuck in the south of the island. If you're coming for 1 month, at least spend one week to 10 days moving around. Don't be that typical tourist that just sits around your hotel, goes out every night and gets drunk. Explore. Become a traveller. You know?